Today, I will be making a model. I'll be making multiple models, from the simple ones to the more complicated but better looking ones. So let's begin. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is, of course, pull out your maker pen. I'll be assuming that you know most building skills, so I might just start off. So I'm gonna go find my. Okay, so let's start off with my simplest model for any build your own. I will be using orange, and literally, this is my first ever model. I'll be recreating it. You literally just build a square into a rectangle. Then you grab tubing, and if you want to go fancy with it, you can go to create tubes, you go all the way down to 2 faucets, you can choose the size too, and then you start up with your character. So, And if you want to make some quick, easy adjustments, you got to build out here. You can turn the arms, angle the head, and making the arms a little bigger is great. Same with the feet. And then, if you want to, for skin, I use painted wall and leather. And it kind of looks like some sort of skin. Then, I would go with cloth and blue for pants. And green if you want to. It doesn't really matter. And then you got a character. Now this is one of the most simplest models that I know of. So let's just put it to the side. Now let's work on a more complicated model. So for this model, let's just start up with this. So what you're going to want to do is edit it and hit select. You split it. Do the same for the other arm. And then once you're done with that, you can manipulate it and make it into a hand like this. Delete that other hand and bring it over here. So now then, if I grab a different model, it has now moving. Now the model has hands that, if you make grabbable, you can use to move around and do stuff. This is quite simple. Let's advance a little more. So now for this model, we're going to step it up a notch. So this time, we are going to get rid of the feet. Turn this into charcoal, and we will be making feet. Now for shoes, always make one of your heel smaller. It usually looks better, and if you don't like the edge part, you can delete. And if you look, you can go down to the tube thing. You turn off smooth tubes for this more square look. And the square look can look pretty good. So once that you finish with your shoes, if you want to make them look pretty good, you can add a little bit of detail, like making sure that it's balanced, no peeking edges. And then you put down the feet, And of course, if you want to do a build drone or whatever you're doing, you want to turn on to decoration and grabbable. Decoration, grabbable. You want to do that with everything. So then it's easy. So now this character has legs and stuff. So that is an upgrade because you can make cooler fighting scenes with this. But this is kind of primitive still. So let's push it to the side. And another thing you can do if you want to make a rec room model, you grab the head, you push it up, and then you select it and select it, and there you go. Now you have practically a rec room model. You got practically a pretty good model. With this model, it's pretty simple. You can use it for literally anything, really. But let's advance a little bit more. Because sure, this character's cool, but now let's get into a more harder section. Now we're going to go with some square bodies. I have usually used these or normal bodies, so I'm going to start off with a key. So the best thing to do is start off with this and bring it up. Do 1, 2, 3, and then by 2, and it's a pretty simple body. And for the head, you just do that. There, and then you add this. Of course, gotta make it decorational, grabbable and stuff. Now, one of the most hardest things about building a big drone character is the eyes. So, the best thing to do that I know of for eyes is to do it. Go to black. And here's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to turn it into like rectangle kind of. And then you choose where the eyes are. And if you don't like it, you can manipulate it, shrink the head down. You can do anything, but I'm going to keep it how it normally was. Even though it's a little ugly. Now, hands. I've seen many models, but I would say. So here's what you want to do. I'd say you build something like a 4x4. You build like a small cube right here. And then you try to smooth it in a little bit. Kind of like shrink it, do whatever you want until you have it how you like it. And then shrink it down into whatever size, and now you shrink it down to whatever size you want. For me, I'm going to go with this size. It seems right. And there you go, you got a model, but we're forgetting the feet. So I'm going to put him on top. And now we're going to attach him feet. These shoes do look a little weird, but there you go. Pretty good model. Hair is one of the hardest, it's another hard thing. Same with eyebrows. So let's get both done in one try. So for hair, the simplest and most popular way, I'd say always use carpet for hair. Go down, choose whatever hair you want. I usually go with leather. And then I put it over their head by any size that I want. And then for the basic model, I try to go for like just a normal haircut. Once you get it, then you add kind of this back part. And there you go. And there you go. There's somewhat of a good hair. That will be all I have for you today. Wait, no. That will be all what I have for you today. This will be on the invention store in minutes. Thank you and goodbye.